ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Bongani Shiba of Walk Tall with Shiba. And I am sitting here with Melusi Zox Dlamini, once upon a time called DJ Zox by one of the dailies. Zox comes today as one person that we have looked at, a young husband, young father, young family man, but a very busy socialite, entertainer, entrepreneur, businessman, and so on and so on and so on. As the year goes deeper and we just went into Valentine, some of the things that we wish we could inspire our young brothers out there is to be a great family man, a great father and a great husband, but still bring back the cheese and the bacon back home. So how do you do that? How do you balance all of that? We're going to go into that a little bit with Zox. This is Walk Tall with Shiba, the show that seeks to inspire and motivate other people by looking at other people's lives. Zox, hi.
Hey, Mr. Shiba, what's up, man? Hey, congratulations to you, man, and well done on this. I think it's an amazing idea, and well done on just doing something, man. A lot of people out there in Swazis, a lot of Swazis just wait for things to happen, just ask for things to happen, and I'm just greatly inspired by the fact that you just thought of something and just went heads on and did it.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
I guess now I have someone that I'm inspiring too.
Yeah.
Okay, Zox. You are Melusi Zox Dlamini. The very first time I knew about you, you were living in Lesotho. I didn't even believe you were Swazi.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a little bit about your background, your present ground and your future ground.
Oh, yeah. In Lesotho, I did my secondary and SOS. I'm a Babane boy, and then
nice.
My parents decided to send me to boarding school. Clearly, this day schooling thing was not working. Probably my grades were not responding very well, and just probably my parents were just tired of having so many boys in the house. So everyone went to hostel, and I went to Evelyn Bering, and I met great friends there, and I found myself. It was just the first time I just went away from home. I met great friends. We were heavily into concerts and dramas. Yeah, man, I think I found myself there. And after finishing Form 5, we applied at a couple of places in Southern Africa, in the university here in Swaziland. And
Okay.
I think it what happened was I got accepted to about 4 or 5 schools, but the furthest was Lesotho, and because I had a scholarship, that allowed me to fly, that gave me the privilege of flying. I actually chose the furthest. That's how I chose Lesotho, because I could fly from here to Joburg, from Joburg to Maseru and back. And I ended up studying in Lesotho, and that's where I met the love of my life. That's where I met a lot of my current friends. That's where I learned how to be independent and just live in a foreign country.
Even though you lived in a hostel, Evelyn.
Yeah, it was quite different when we went to Lesotho, because people just didn't want to speak English there. So you had to learn the language, you had to fend for yourself, and yeah. That's it, man. And
okay, so what is your present ground, Zox, right now? What are you at? Where are you at? One of the things that I remember about you was amongst the first years you came back to Swaziland, you hosted the very first Facebook party.
Yes.
And so you were hosting parties, you were running shows and so on. At some point, I think you became Mr. Entertainment. What is your present ground?
I just believe in firsts. I just believe in doing things that people haven't done yet. Like the Facebook party, like bringing DJ Smooth to Swaziland, like taking DJ Tira to Lesotho. Like it was always the first time. If someone had done it before, I couldn't do that, because
so there will be no Walk Tall with Zox.
I mean, there would be no podcast with Zox, because it's not going to make sense, because now I'm taking it from someone else. You know?
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then entertainment has always been my life, man. It was just something I was really passionate about, and I really, really loved putting these events together. And
okay, you're talking about you like to do firsts, you like to have entertainment, that kind of thing pushes you. So what would you say is exactly your inspiration? What inspires you and motivates you?
It's basically people that break ground, that do things that no one else has done, and that just do them, irrespective of how many people say this can't be done. Like when some of us, people like us, people like me, when you come to us and tell us that this cannot be done, that's when you are just making sure that we do it.
So basically, you are motivated by naysayers.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Brilliant.
It. Yeah.
Right, so okay, let's see. Let us say you're motivated by all negative that you would want to turn into a positive.
Yeah.
Can you give me a story, a time you remember this particular situation happening and it actually brought you out of a difficult situation and you were motivated and inspired to go big?
That's quite a number of things, man. Like, I got married when I was like 25 years.
Okay.
Imagine, everyone around me was like, no, you can't get married. I was like, geez, man. Like,
And you wanted to prove.
yeah, I'm like, no, I'm going to, like, this is how I feel right now. Like, the mere fact that people think that this is not going to work, this is not going to last, that's exactly why I'm going to do it. Like, when I went to go into entertainment, like, my parents were like, forget about this. This is not going to work. Like,
Right.
10 years later, I've been invited by the Prime Minister to his office because of music and entertainment. 10 years later, I'm the president of
Swama. Congratulations, that was big. That was big.
10 years later, I've been privileged to go to places and meet very important people, specifically because I just went on and did this,
Speaking of entertainment, I realize we're walking away a little bit from a part that we also know, and I know I'm deviating from the main question, but traditionalist, all things Swazi.
Yeah.
This is you. And then at some point you are very conservational. Has this got to do with the fact that you got a job at big game parks, or you had always been that guy?
No, like I've got picked the first time I actually appeared in the paper. I was 9 years old and I was at the Ngwala ceremony and I did the front page.
Okay.
That's the first time my face was in the paper and my mom kept that. So I actually have that. I was I always used to go there. I just feel when I really when I started growing up, I just felt like as a Swazi, the one thing that was going to separate me from the world is being as me as possible.
Okay.
Culturally and otherwise, I need to know what it means to be a Swazi in order to be able to represent Swaziland well.
I love
and in
that.
order
I
to
love
be
that
able
idea.
to represent Swaziland. I went to work for Big Game Parks. I went to work for Swaziland Tourism Authority because that was my chosen path. I've gotten job offers in different
other places.
Yeah, but like
you wanted to stay with the Swazi type.
I wanted
job.
to do something. Like I promised myself. When I was in university, I struggled to study some subjects like economics because I did social sciences, and I promised myself that once I get this degree, I am never doing something that I do not want to do.
I love it.
So I chose just doing exactly.
Again, your inspiration is based on failures. It's based on difficulties that you've experienced. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's move on. Let's see. What is the one thing that people mostly assume wrongly about you?
I think most of the time, because of my looks, my streetwise, my
Listen to this guy.
Obviously, man, like a lot of people like to associate streetwise people with thuggishness and dishonesty, tsotsi like type of vibes, and I've never really crooked anyone.
I'm sorry, but your picture on the Walk Tall advert doesn't help much.
That's my look, man.
Yeah.
That's my look.
The look, the thuggish
me.
look is
yeah,
there. Right.
That's the person that I am, and that's a certain skill that has helped me defeat certain odds
I see.
normal people wouldn't. Because
So that is your shield. That is your...
I have to be streetwise. Certain things I have to do by the street, not by the book. And I've been in entertainment for a long time, and
of course you learn the
there's
trade.
there's a lot that you need to be really smart, and I don't want to be someone that I'm not, man. And I just want to just help gain respect from the other guys that also wear All-Stars and Dickies to say they've got brains too. Like,
okay, so what you're saying to
yeah.
me is you are seen as gangster. People assume because of the way you dress, because of the way you do things sometimes that you are gangster, that you have a lot of dishonesty in you.
Yeah.
And this is not the case.
No, it's not.
So
like,
how do you straighten people? How do you straighten a person that has come up to you feeling...
I've gotten to a point where I'm tired of explaining myself. I just try and be the person that I am and let people that have dealt with me sort the other people out.
I like it.
You know, so
have other people share your story.
Exactly, who've worked with me.
I like it.
You know, there's always going to be people saying different things to different people, you know. Relationships, business relationships. People are always saying all these negative things. So I always just make sure that people I deal with in terms of business, in terms of friendship, I'm always as honest and as sincere as possible. Right. And then those people always come to my defense in terms of when someone else starts telling other things. Say, he's never done that to me.
But that's not the guy you're talking
that's not,
All right,
exactly.
let's move on. If you could remove one thing in the world, what would it be?
Jealousy.
Why?
Oh, bro, I think it's something that just doesn't need to exist, man. I think people need to understand that it's if you encourage someone else's success and celebrate it, that does not remove your own success, or that does not take you away from your path. You know,
Preach.
in terms, it just blesses you even more. I mean, people are doing well. If someone is doing well, if someone is doing better than you are, if someone is better at something than you are, I mean, like, the best thing to deal with that is just celebrate, motivate, and encourage that person.
I love it.
And then
you heard it here first.
Yeah.
In the show that inspires and motivates other people, Zoc says you need to celebrate, motivate, and
encourage. Yeah.
All right, Zoc. So how would you encourage people to keep their head up, to keep smiling, to stay positive, and to walk tall despite everything they go through?
I think it's very important to find your purpose, to just find something that you're madly in love with, and just stick to it. I mean, like, as soon as I found it, nothing else matters. I can be working 24 hours a day, you know. I just want to do that thing that I love. Anything else doesn't matter, because if I'm doing what I love, just to make sure that I get paid for it, well, eventually it happens. I mean, for a long time, we never made money of what we do.
Right.
Like, but we just kept on doing it. And now we just get trips to Zanzibar, fully paid VIP trips for 7 days, just because of what we do, what we love, you know. And
all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Simply because you're a face in entertainment.
Exactly, you know, simply because I did something for the music industry in Swaziland.
Right.
You know, people are watching, and some people just want to celebrate what other people are doing, and God bless those people.
Quickly, how would you say to husbands, fathers, family men that are also striving to get big, but also have families to run? How do you balance these quickly?
I think it's respect. Respect is the most important thing. I count myself lucky because I found my wife, and she is just like the pillar of my being. She's my biggest fan. She knows my dream. Mm-hmm. We met in varsity. Mm-hmm. So she knows everything that I used to say, and people said, I can't do it. It's not going to happen. And she's the opposite of me. I'm always out there. She just prefers to be at home, wait for me to get back, and just...
So respect who? Respect the wife, respect the marriage.
Respect the marriage, the institution. You need to respect the institution of marriage. You know, put it first. Every decision you make, whether you're out there, whether you're with friends, everything you say, everything you do, you should always understand that once you're married, things are different now. You know, you need to respect the fact that you are in an institution that is very important for your children as well. And I think respect is very important and should be highly.
All right. Thank you very much, Zox. That is the last of it. Before we wrap up in the next half a minute, I want to know, you would say to me, love is?
Perfect.
Hip-hop or house?
Hip-hop. All day. Every day.
Right. That being said, Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Manzini Mbabane.
Mbabane.
Of course. You were born and raised in Mbabane.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, a good husband is?
is someone who respects, loves, and takes care of his wife and children.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.